Okay, guys, let's start with the questions now. Don't talk. Don't talk means no talking, huh? Hello? Don't talk means, ayo, don't talk means what? No talking. Come to the questions. Grab these study mats now. Illustration number 1. This illustration is about HRA. Write down besides this question, concept. What concept is there in this question? HRA. Now see, Mr. Rajkumar has the following receipts from his employer. Okay. He gets basic pay, means basic salary, dearness allowance, commission, motor car for personal use, expenses made by the employer, house rent, allowance. How much? 15,000 per month. They are telling you find out the amount of HRA exempt in the hands of Mr. Rajkumar, assuming that the pay he paid rent of 16,000 per month for his accommodation at Kanpur is a metro city, no? Non metro. So you will take 50 or 40. Rent paid is given, location is given. Every month rent changes or remains same. Every month rent is paid in Kanpur. Basic salary same. DA same. Commission same. Very good, very good. DA forms part of salary for, meaning this DA which is given is in terms. Okay. Mr. Rajkumar exercises the option of, and God, shifting out. Hence, his HRA can be exempt. Okay. So, they are telling you to calculate what? Find out the amount of, you find out. Come on. You know the limits, you know the calculations. Then I will do, no? Or should I do the question first? You will try? Start. What is your name? Julia. And who is behind you? Harshita. Now, if I'll see smiling, no, laughing, you can smile. Okay. Now I will see you laughing loudly. Okay. I will make you stand here in front of everyone. Now you will smile, laugh loud. Amulya, you also start solving the question. How is my dear friend? Fine. 3 times the question can be solved. This much. What is your answer? Do fast. Simple question, simple answer. HRA, you are receiving how much? Tell me. Yes, sir. How much? 15,000 per month. See, how much HRA you are receiving? 15,000 per month. Out of this HRA, rent is paid. Rent is paid or not? Meaning the assessee is not staying in his own house. Rent is also paid. And rent paid should be more than 10% of salary. Then the exemption is available. So rent is paid. We'll calculate the 3 limits. So what are the 3 limits? Come on, tell me. So first limit is A, actual HRA. So how much actual HRA? 15,000 into 12 months will be 1,80,000. This is your first limit. B, B is 40% or 50%? Because the rent is paid in Kanpur. So 40% of salary. For this, I will have to calculate salary. So I will leave one line blank. Okay. Then rent paid minus what? One line blank. Okay. Why? Because salary has to be calculated, no? Hello, sir. So first let's calculate salary. Hashtag salary. Hashtag salary will be taken on due basis for the period for which the rent is paid. Have you paid the rent for the full year? The full year salary we have to take. Full year basic. Basic salary is how much? Tell me. 40,000 per month. DA is given. So 40 into 12 will be 4,80,000. DA is how much? See, 6,000. So DA is given in terms. That is given in the question, no? DA in terms is 6,000 per month into 12 months. 72,000. One more thing I have to take. No, have to take turnover commission. Now see, the commission which is given in the question, they have not specifically mentioned that what type of commission it is. So, and the amount is also given per annum. So till the time it is not specified or some hint is not given about turnover commission, we cannot assume it turnover commission. Yes or no? The turnover commission is not given in the question. That commission which is given is not a turnover commission. Okay, no? So what will be the total? 5,52,000. This will be your salary. Now 40% of 5,52,000. How much? 2,20,800. Rent is paid. How much rent is paid? Per month into 12 months. And how much is 10% of 5,52,000? This will be 55,200. So 16,000 into 12 minus 55,200. 1 lakh 136,800. Three limits you have. Whichever is lower. Tell me. Therefore, exemption under section 1013A equal to how much? 136,800. Therefore, taxable HRA. Taxable HRA should be how much? How much you are receiving? 10,000, no? Into 12. This is the HRA received. Out of this, 1,36,800 will be reduced. 43. If they are asking you to calculate the taxable amount, then this should be your taxable amount. But they are asking you to calculate exempt amount. So this is your exempt amount. Yes or no? Check the solution. Same answer, different answer. Same answer. Yo. Correct. 136, 800, 43, 200. Done, no? How this 136, 800 is calculated? Note. Note. A, B, C. Whichever is lower. This one. Right? Hello. Now pay attention. What other details were also given in the question? No? So did we use the other details? Now, if on the basis of this same thing, they're telling you to calculate the taxable income under the head salary. Under the head, same question, they can tell you, calculate the taxable income under the head salary. So first thing, your basic will be taxable. Yes or no? How much basic will be taxable? 40,000 into 12. So 4,80,000 basic. Right or no? Sir, right or no? So 4,80,000 basic salary will be taxable. DA 72,000 will be taxable under the head salary. Commission full 50,000 will be taxable. Then motor car for personal use, expenses made by the employer. See, 1,500, no, this is considered as perquisite. This is considered as. So the motor car is for what use? Personal use. And the entire expenses made by employer. So whatever value is given, this entire value is taxable as what? Benefit. As a perquisite. That we are going to see later on. In the motor car perquisite, we are going to do this. Okay, no? So this perquisite is fully taxable means 1,500 into 12. 18,000 will be taxable. And HRA 15,000 per month will be taxable. HRA 15,000 per month will be taxable. Or you will take the exemption. After taking exemption, some taxable HRA will remain, no? That only you have calculated right now. How much? 43. This 43,200 you will have to calculate and you will have to show under the salary statement. Yes or no? So this statement is for income from salary. In the income from salary statement, you will write basic, you will write DA, you will write commission, you will write motor car, you will write HRA. But HRA taxable amount you will write. So tell me, how much is the final amount? 663, 200. This is your gross taxable salary. This is your, out of gross taxable salary, you get 3 deductions. If you shift out, yes or no? But if you are a government employee, then you get 3. If you are a non-government employee, you will get only 2. Entertainment allowance you don't get. Hello? And professional tax deduction also you get. Have you paid any professional tax? Only one deduction will be available. And that is 50,000. Yes or no? So that 50,000 standard deduction you are going to take from here. What is the balance? 6 lakh? 13. 13,200. This will be your net taxable salary. Yes or no? Wait. If you don't follow 115 BS. If the same question says that you follow, okay, what are you going to do? Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Only 2 things will change. Number one, your full HRA will be taxable, 1,80,000. So this information will change. Because of that, your gross taxable salary will change. Hello? And the second thing, your 50,000 standard deduction will now become 75,000. So on your calculator, see, what are we going to do? I'll write besides this only. Okay, no? If 115 BAC is followed, everything remaining same. So this 4,80,000 will also come. This 72,000 will also come. This 50,000 will also be taxable. Then this 18,000 will also be taxable. Now this 15,000 per month HRA will be fully taxable. Yes or no? 1,80,000. So I will highlight this. Okay. Next one. So total gross salary will be how much? 8 lakhs. Exact 8 lakhs. Out of this 75,000 standard deduction. 7 lakh 25,000 will now become your net taxable what? Salary. If they would have told you to calculate your net taxable salary, it would have been calculated like this. Come from salary statement. Yes or no? This is the amount column. In the particulars column, what you'll write? Basic salary, amount this much. DA, amount this much. Hello? Format is very easy. Understood? Should we move ahead? Okay, very good. Now, illustration number 1 is done. Come to illustration number 2. Very difficult question, huh? Mr. Shrikant has 2 sons. Wow, congratulations. He is in receipt of children education allowance of 150 per month for his elder son and 70 per month for his younger son. Both his sons are going to school. Wow. Now, he also receives the following allowance. Transport allowance 1800 per month. Tribal area allowance 1500. Compute is, 500 per month. Compute is taxable allowance. Are they saying that he is following 115 BSc or not? So we will assume both ways. What if he follows 115 BSc and what if he does not follow? Let's first assume he is not following 115 BSc. He is not following. Will he get the exemption for children education allowance? Huh? He is not following 115 BSc. Will he get the exemption for children education allowance? If he follows, then he will not get. But if he does not follow 115 BSc, he will get the exemption for children education allowance. So first of all, tell me, children education allowance. Okay. Underline. In this, what should I write? Elder son. Elder son. How much he is receiving? 150 per month? Yes or no? He is receiving 150, no? So for elder son, the amount received is more than 100. How much will be exempt? So minus 100. So 50 will be taxable for 12 months. So this will be 600 rupees. Younger son? Sir, younger son? How much? 70 per month. Full 70 will be exempt. Why? Because the amount received is less than 100. Yes or no? So taxable amount will be nil. So how much children education allowance is taxable for him? Only 600. Yes or no? So this was children education allowance. Next one. Next, what he is receiving? Tell me. Tribal area allowance? How much? So he is receiving transport allowance, no? So first we will talk about transport allowance. How much? Transport allowance, how much? 1,000 and per month. Fully taxable, sir. Because he is not a handicap. So whatever transport allowance he'll get, it will be fully taxable. How much? 21,600. Is he receiving tribal area allowance? How much? Tribal area allowance is 500 per month. Wait, out of this, 200 per month will be exempt. Hello? Into 12 months. So 3,600. Getting my point? Total 25,000. This is the taxable allowances. So when your salary income you will calculate, children education allowance taxable will be 600. Transport allowance taxable will be 21,600. And tribal area allowance taxable will be 3,600. This will happen if he does not follow 115 BSc. What if he follows 115 BSc? Come on. What he follows 115 BSc? First allowance is children education allowance. Yes or no? Elder son, younger son. 150, 70. Copy, paste. Only color change. So, children education allowance. Elder son, how much? 150. And younger son, 70. Will he get any exemption for children education allowance? Entire 150 will be taxable and entire 70 will be taxable. This will be 840 and this will be 1,800. Total will be 2640. 26. Now tell me, will he get any allowance for will he get any exemption for transport allowance? No. Will he get any exemption for tribal area allowance? No. That full amount we are going to charge. Sir, yes sir, or no sir? This full transport allowance will be taxable as it is. Done sir. And what about the tribal area allowance? Will you get 200 rupees exempt? No. So this will be taxable for full 12 months. How much? 6,000. To the total. 30,240 will be the taxable allowance. Done sir. This was your question number 2. Very difficult sir. How much marks? 2 marks. This will not be asked in the exam. 2 marks you want. Illustration number 2. Done. See, if he exercises the option to shift out, then how much is taxable? 25,800. We got the same amount, no? And if he pays tax under default, then 30,240. Very good. Now let's move on to the next illustration. See, illustration number 3, leave it right now. Directly come to test your knowledge. Test your knowledge. Question number 1. Good question, huh? Very good question. Okay. Now, I told you that if 4 factors are there, if they remain same throughout the year, then HRA exemption can be calculated for the full year at once only. No need to calculate month-wise. Yes or no? But if these details change during the previous year, what are the 4 details? Come on, tell me. Hello? First, HRA change or location change or the rent paid changes or salary change, basic DA in terms turnover commission. Yes or no? Then you cannot calculate the HRA exemption once for the full year like we did in the last question, question number 1. Yes or no? Now we'll have to do the calculation month-wise. In this question, you have to do the month-wise calculation. Okay. Now first you will do this question. Then I will do this question. If you will start this question, start is very important. Okay. You get the start, then it is okay. Otherwise, where to start the question only you will not understand. Okay. Try. 5 minutes I am giving you. Try. I'm watching you. CCTV. Oh, madam, don't help. Gokul. if I will solve this, oh my God, this is, now you're not getting anything. So, while I was, so, none of you have not started also. None of you writing the question. So, shall I? See, Mohit is employed with XY Limited on a basic salary of, is also entitled to DA at 100% of, so DA is 100%. DA is 10,000. 50% of which is included in salary as per terms of, meaning 50% in terms and balance 50% not in terms. 5,000. Yes or no? Company gives him HRA 6,000, which was increased to, I cannot do the HRA exemption calculation for the full year at once. Now, from April to December, April to, calculation has to be done separately, because from January the HRA amount changes. So at least April to December I will do together, and January to March I will do together. 9 months and 3 months. 9 months and, but he got an increment of 1,000 per month in his basic salary with effect from 1st February. So now I cannot do the calculations of Jan, Feb and March together. What I will have to do? Jan separately, Feb and March separately. Understanding? So 9 months calculation, April to December. January separately, because till January everything is not same. Why I have separated January? Because from January HRA is changing. Yes or no? Even if HRA is same for February and March, but I will have to do the separate calculation, because from February to March, February, the salary is increased. Yes or no? So Jan separately, Feb and March separately. Yes or no? Now, I thought that April to December I can do together. But what happens now? See, rent paid by him during the previous year 25-26 is as under. April and May, no rent is paid, as he stayed with the first 9 months, April to December. First 2 months rent is not paid. So first 2 months full HRA will be taxable. So at least I can calculate from June to December. At least I can calculate for June to December. But that also I cannot do, because from June to October he is paying 6,000 rent in Ghaziabad, means 40%. Rent is also less and it is paid in Ghaziabad. So June to December I cannot calculate together. June to October I can calculate. See, November onwards the rent increases and the rent is paid in Delhi. So from November onwards I will have to take 3%. Understanding? So you are required to compute. Now what all things will be included in gross salary? Will you include your basic? Yes. Will you include your DA? In terms also, not in terms also. And will you include your HR? Madam, to calculate your gross salary, will you take DA in terms? Yes. Will you take DA not in terms? Yes. But when you calculate HRA exemption, that time you only take. What are they telling you to calculate? So when you calculate gross salary, will you charge DA in terms? Yes. Will you charge DA not in terms? Yes. But when you will calculate the exemption, that time you take basic and DA in terms and turnover commission as a part of salary. Yes or no? Now, assuming he exercises the option of, okay, let's start. What is the name? Mohit. Oh, sorry, Mr. Mohit. No? Feel bad. Is he an individual? Individual. Dash. ROR. Pen. Dash. Previous year. 25, 26. Assessment year. 26, 27. Computation of. See, they are telling you to calculate gross salary. What we will do? We'll go one step ahead. We'll calculate net taxable salary after taking deductions and everything. Hello? The same question can be asked and they can ask you to calculate the net taxable salary also, no? Computation of net taxable salary. Now tell me, if you are calculating net taxable salary, are you following 115 BSc or not following 115? So besides here, we will write not following 115 BSc. We are making this calculation assuming that the SSC is not following 115 BSc. Or no? Now, particulars. Please. First thing, is he getting basic salary? Will it be taxable? Salary. Is he getting the same basic or different basic? From April to April 25 to Jan 26. How many months? 10 months, no? 9 months. April to Jan, calculate. 10 months. His salary is 10,000 per month. Into 12 months, no? 10 months. How much is his salary? 1 lakh. From February, he is getting an increment. Up to March 20. How much is salary? Increment was 1,000 rupees. His basic will become 11,000 into 2 months. 22,000. Total at 1,22,000 basic salary will be taxable. First column of rupees is only for workings. Taxable amount is in the outer column. Yes or no? He's only getting basic or he's getting dearness allowance also. Dearness allowance. Both DA he is getting in terms as well as not in terms. In terms, how much he is getting? In terms, how much he is getting? April to Feb. See the calculations are first. April to January, his basic was 10,000. 100% of basic is 100% of basic is DA. Hello? But out of that, this will be the DA. This will be the DA. Out of this DA, how much is in terms? So into 3%. Yes or no? That will be 61,000. Getting it or not? Check. No, not 61,000. It will be only 50,000 into 10 months. So 10 months will be 50,000. Will be 50,000. Okay. Now Feb to March, 100% of basic is DA. Out of that, 50% is in terms. For how many months? 2 months. 11,000. So total 61,000 DA in terms. Total 61,000 DA in terms. Not in terms is how much? Same. Same will be not in terms. This is not in terms. Understanding what is happening? So 61,000 in terms, 61,000 not in terms, 61 plus 61, 61 plus 61, 122. That is 100% of basic. So 100% of basic is dearness allowance. 1 lakh 22. Out of 1 lakh 22, half is in terms, half is not in terms. I have just shown the breakup. Understanding? Should I move? Next one. Now, HRA. HRA, you'll write the exempt amount or you'll write taxable HRA. In the salary calculation only, taxable HRA will come. How much is the taxable HRA? For that, you are supposed to do the working. Now, friends, working note is the most important part. Now, after this, what are you going to get? Going to get gross taxable salary. So the question says calculate the gross taxable salary, but we are going to calculate the net taxable salary. Okay, no? What are we going to do? From this gross taxable salary, we will calculate the deductions. Less deduction. What deduction? Standard deduction. At the rate of 30% of NAV, no? Then under section 16 clause 1A and the assessee is not following, this will be 50,000. After claiming this, whatever balance will be there, that will be net taxable what? Salary. Yes or no? Now, I will not get net taxable salary till the time I don't get gross taxable salary. And I will not get gross taxable salary till the time I don't get taxable HR. Ultimately, if this amount I find out, my entire question will be done. Now, how to find out this taxable HRA? Working note. Working note. See, we know in the working note, what I'll do, April, May, then June to October, then June to October, then November to December, then Jan I will do separately, then Feb to March I will do separately. Okay, these are 2 months, 5 months, hello, 2 months, 5 months, and these are 2 months, January 1 month and February and March 2 months. Getting my point? So for 2 months calculation will be done, 5 months, 2 months, 1 month and 2 months. I have to take HRA for every month. I have to take HRA for every month. So what was the HRA? Tell me. Every month I was getting 6,000 per month. Yes or no? 6,000 per month. Here also I was getting 6,000 per month. From January, my HRA changed to 7,000 per month. 7,000 per month. Out of this HRA, will I get exemption? Hello? Will I get exemption? And exemption will be? Exemption will be how much? A, B, C, whichever is lower. A, B, C, whichever is lower. What is A? Actual HRA. Can I write down 1000? Yes or no? But wait. A, C, I will not do this for first 2 months. Why? HRA is received, but I have not paid any rent. So, no exemption. Full HRA taxable. For how many months? April and May. So, 6,000 minus nil, 6,000 will be taxable for 2 months. 6,000 will be taxable for April also as well as May also. So, how much will be taxable? Taxable will be 12,000. Got it, sir? Got it? Okay. Let's go to June to October. June to October. Actual HRA is 6,000. Actual HRA is. Now what I am supposed to do? Limit B. Limit B. Limit B should be 40% or 50%. Why? Because June to October I am paying 6,000 rent in Ghaziabad. I have to take 40%. 40% of what? Salary. And by the way, what was the salary from June to October? Come here. See. June, the basic was 10,000. Hello? And DA, sorry, the basic was 10,000. April to January, the basic is 10,000. So, in the month of June, the basic was 10,000. Yes or no? And what was DA in terms? DA in terms was this much. 10,000 into 100 into 50%, meaning 5,000 was DA in terms. And what was the turnover commission? Nil. No turnover commission is given. So if I say that salary, what did I say? Salary will include basic, it will include DA in terms, and it will also include turnover commission. Yes or no? So can I say April to January? April to, my basic salary was 10,000. Hello, sir. And 100% of that was DA, 10,000. But out of that, only 50% was in terms. So can I say DA in terms was only, and there was no turnover commission. So my basic salary, DA in terms and turnover commission was 15,000 per month. This was my salary for HRA exemption from April to Jan. Hello. From February to March. Salary increased by 1,000. Basic was 11,000. 11,000 into 100%. 11,000. 11,000 was my DA, but out of that 50% is in terms. How much was DA in terms? Now see, there was no turnover commission. Okay, no? So this will now become 16,000. Everyone getting this? Now see, till February, every time I will take basic DA in terms turnover commission as 15,000. Till January. Till January, my salary is this only, no? Hello? But to calculate for February and March, I will have to take the salary of 16,500. So I am calculating for which months? Come on, tell me. June to October, what was my salary? 15,000, and I am paying rent in Ghaziabad. So 40% of 15,000 will be how much? 6,000. Hello, sir. This is limit B. Now rent paid is how much? Rent paid is how much? 6,000. Ghaziabad minus 10% of salary. What was my salary? 15,000. 10% of that? 1,500. Hello? 6,000 rent minus 10%, 1,500. Yes or no? How much? Can I say limit C will be 4,000 and now which is the lowest one? Out of 6,000, 4,500 will be exempt. How much will be taxable? 1,000 and 500. And that will be taxable for June also, July also, August, September, October. How many months? 5 months. 1500 will be taxable, no? So 1500 into 5. How much? 7,500. Did you get this? Hello? If you don't like this format, no, you can present this way also. You want to see the other format? See. Instead of presenting like this, you can present like Feb and March this way. January, here. Then November and December. Okay. Then June to October. And this is April and May. You can present like this also, guys. Understanding? Instead of presenting like this, I have presented like this. The answer is going to be same. See, here you are taking what? Tell me. Here you are taking HRA. HRA is 6,000 every month. 6,000 every month. In January, the HRA was 7,000. February, HRA was 7,000. Now, out of this HRA, are you going to take exemption under 1013A? Yes. A, actual HRA. B, 40% or 50% of what? Salary. C is rent minus 10% of salary. Getting my point? Rent paid minus 10% of salary. See, for the first 2 months, there will be no applicability of these limits. Why? Rent is not paid, no? So what are you going to do? Come on, tell me. How much is the exemption? How much is the exemption? Nil. And this, if you say this is HRA and this is exemption, so what will be your taxable HRA? Taxable amount will be A minus B. Yes or no? So what is A? 6,000. What is B? Nil. So how much will be taxable? Getting it? That will be taxable for how many months? 2 months. So what is the total taxable amount? 12,000 taxable for April and May. April and May. Come on. June to October. How much was HRA? 6,000. You will do 40% of salary. 40% of what was your salary? 15,000. 15,000 into 40%. So that will be 6,000. In the bracket, you can write down 40% of 15,000. 40% of 15,000. Yes or no? That is 6,000. Rent paid was how much? 6,000. 10% was 1,500. So this will be 4,500. Which is lowest? Now you got the exemption. This exemption from HRA. This is HRA. This is exemption. How much will be taxable? 1,500 per month from June to October, meaning 5 months. This will give you the same exact thing I am doing here also. Getting my point? But I am presenting horizontally. Here I am presenting vertically. Which is more suitable? This one? So we'll do this one. We'll continue this one. Okay. If you ask me, no, I have multiple presentations. Whatever you like, I will give you that presentation. You like this one? We'll present in this way. Okay. November, December. Come on. November, December. What was your HRA? 6,000. Tell me, actual HRA is 6,000. Now, November, December, have you paid salary? Have you paid rent? Where? Delhi. So you will take 40% or you will take 50%? 50% of salary. And salary for November, December was 15,000. Yes or no? So 15,000 into 50% will be 7,500. How did you get this 7,500? You did 50% of salary, which is 15,000. Now rent paid was how much? Rent paid is 8,000 in Delhi minus 10%. 10% was how much? 1500. Because salary is 15,000. 10% of that 1500. 1500 you reduce from 8,000. How much you are going to get? So these calculations below these amounts, yes or no? Now, which is the lowest one? So HRA was 6,000. Exemption is also 6,000. How much is taxable? Nil. For November and December, no HRA will be taxable because entire HRA got exempted. Yes or no? Now, let's start with January. How much HRA received? 7,000. Yes, sir. What was the salary in January? In January also the salary was 15,000. So you will take 50% of that because in January also the rent is paid in Delhi. Getting my point? So 50% of 15,000 will give you same amount, sir. And rent paid was 8,000 in Delhi minus 1500. You will again get, sir, if this limit and this limit are same, can you see? But only because your HRA increased, this limit also changed. So we had to do the separate calculation for what? January. So how much is exempt now? So 6,500 will be exempted out of 7,000. How much will be taxable? And that will be taxable only for 1 month, January. So how much is the taxable HRA? 500. Done, sir. Next one. February and March. Actual HRA? 7,000. Now please guys, your salary has changed. Now instead of 15,000, you are going to take 16,500. So 50% will be 8,200. And why did you take 50%? Because for February and March also the rent is paid in Delhi. Yes or no? Now how much rent is paid? 8,000. And now out of that 8,000 you will reduce 10% of salary, which will now not be 1,500, which will be 1,650. So out of 8,000 reduce 1,650. This will give you 6,350 per month. Lowest amount is, so out of 7,000, if 6,350 is exempt, how much is taxable? 650 will be taxable each for February and March, 2 months. So 1,300 will be taxable. Can you add all these amounts? 21,300. Did you get this? What did you get? What is this? This is total taxable HRA. So this year, in your salary statement, you are supposed to show 21,300 as taxable. Yes or no? So go to your salary statement. Salary statement. Can I show 21,300 over here? And if this calculation is done properly, everything else was easy. Yes or no? So 1,22,000 plus 1,22,000 plus 21,300. 244 plus 21,600 will be 2,65,300. Out of this, will you get any standard deduction? Yes. Take 50,000. 2,15,300 will be your net taxable salary. Now you want me to simplify this question? Hello? Same question if they give you an information that the assessee is following 115 BAC. Now only 75,000. No change for HRA. Will you get any exemption? So whatever HRA you are getting will be fully. So 6,000 you are getting till December. 6,000 into 9. 6,000 into 9. And 7,000 you are receiving from Jan to March, 3 months. So 6,000 into 9, 54,000 plus 7,000 into 3, 21,000. 54 plus 21 will give you 75,000 HRA for this year will be fully taxable. So now here instead of 21,300, how much will be there? In that 75,000, add 1,22,000 DA, add 1,22,000 basic. 3 lakh, 3,19,000. Everyone got this? Now 75,000 standard deduction you are going to get. 2,44 will be the final taxable salary. Hello. If 115 BSc is not followed. Now they ask you, solve this question assuming as if he is following 115 BSc. And then advise the client. What advice you will give to the client? Pay tax on 2,15,000 or pay tax on 2,44,000. So the taxable salary in the first option where the assessee shifts out is less, resulting into less tax liability. Hence it is advisable to follow 115, shift out of 115 BSc. Question can be framed like this also. I'm trying to give you each and every possibility, yes or no, so that in the exams, no, your mind is not stuck. You have all the possible variations. Getting my point? Should I move ahead? So this was your question. Okay. Now let's move on to the next part of the chapter. See, yesterday I have shown you one statement. Can you remember this statement? Hello? First, basic done, arrears done, advance done, bonus done, fees done, allowances done. Now what is there? What we'll do now? We'll start perquisite tomorrow. Today, we are starting with retirement or superannuation benefits. Now pay attention. Huh? If this is your previous year, hello, in this previous year, for example, if there is no retirement, if there is, are you working for the full year? Starting from 1st April 2025 till 31st March 26. You are in the employment from April to March. You are in the employment from here to here. You are going to get basic. You are going to get allowances. You are going to get perquisites. Yes or no? But what if during the previous year you retire? Superannuation happens. Retirement happens in this year. Then, example, your date of retirement was 31st December 2000. So this year you are retiring. Will you get the basic salary, allowances, perquisites till March or till December only? So till December you will get normal salary. Yes or no? But the moment you will retire, on retirement also, some retirement benefits are given. So what are the retirement benefits which you could get during the previous year from your employer? Hello. And what will be their tax treat? What will be their tax rate? That we are going to learn. Or no? Hello. What are the retirement benefits? After this period, you are not going to get any basic, you are not going to get any allowances, you are not going to get any perquisites. Perquisites, allowances, basic, bonus, commission, everything you are going to get till basic 50,000 per month. 12 to 9. Because till retirement only you are going to get, yes or no? DA to 12 or into 9. But in this year, for some time you are going to get regular salary, but on retirement also you are going to get retirement benefits. So will those retirement benefits be taxable or it will be exempt? What we are supposed to do with those retirement benefits? Those we are going to learn now. Yes or no? So what type of retirement benefits you should can get from your employer? Let's see. During the previous year, on your retirement, you can get gratuity, you can get pension, you can get leave encashment, you can get amount from provident fund, you can get amount on approved superannuation fund. Yes or no? And if many people like you were thrown out retrenchment. You are not leaving. Bro, many employees are thrown out of the organization. Retirement is not happening. Retrenchment is happening. So on retrenchment is as good as leaving the employment, as good as retirement only. Yes or no? On retrenchment also you will get some amount that is known as retrenchment compensation. Actually, it is a profit in lieu of salary. Actually, it is a, but we cover this with retirement benefits only. Hello, because this amount you get on leaving the employment. Yes or no? You are not leaving, you are thrown out. But still, job is not there, no? So, retrenchment compensation. Sometimes voluntarily you take retirement. VRS, you might have heard about it. So, VRS means retirement only. And on VRS also, you will get some compensation. That is also profit in lieu of salary. But we are covering it with retirement benefits. So now we are supposed to do gratuity, pension, leave salary, PF, ASAF, retrenchment compensation, and now if you can see part 4 and part 5, these two parts, end of the chapter. What did I say? End of the chapter, these two things will be covered. I will not disturb you with these provisions right now. Because in between, if I take this thing, no, your entire flow will break. I don't want to break that flow. Because there are many things which you have to learn. Provident fund, approved superannuation fund, yes or no? So your mind will be completely occupied by those things. Those are not complicated things, very easy things. The content is too much. Okay, so I don't want you to get confused. So what is the flow? AC, then allowances, commission, arrears. We are going in a flow. And in this flow, if we are doing retirement benefits, so retirement benefits we have covered, but in that retirement benefits also, PF, ASAF, NPS, these concepts are there. These concepts are a little bit tricky. Little bit tricky. So, because of these tricky concepts, your flow should not be broken. So what I'll do, even if it is a retirement benefit, I'll take it in the end. I'll take it in the end of this salary chapter. Yes or no? So right now we'll maintain the flow. Retirement benefits 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 things I am going to do. Then immediately we'll go and do what? And immediately we'll start perquisite. Once perquisites are over, then what is to be done? Any other sums and all. The moment perquisites will be over, I'll pick up that provident fund. Hello, approved superannuation fund, NPS, all those things do in the end along with this part. Getting my point? That way the chapter will end. In the end, if you will do these things, no, you will retain also, and the flow of chapter will also not break. Understanding? So, are you retiring during employee? This chapter you are an employee, huh? Your retirement is taking place in this. So, on retirement, what all things you will get? Gratuity, then pension, then leave encashment, then PF amount, then approved superannuation fund amount, then retrenchment compensation, then VRS compensation. Salary defined under section 17(1). Salary includes annuity or salary includes 1, 2 and salary also includes retrenchment compensation and VRS compensation is a profit in lieu of salary, hence it is also a understanding. Total 5 things we are going to do. Number 1, pension. Number 2, gratuity. Number 3, and profit in lieu of salary. 2 profit in lieu of salary we are doing with retirement benefits. That is retrenchment compensation and VRS compensation. First thing, let's talk about gratuity. Have you heard about gratuity? Can your employer give you gratuity? Why will he give gratuity? Gratuity is the payment which the employer will do out of gratitude, out of a feeling of thank you. I'm feeling that I should say thank you. Gratitude, why the employer will feel gratitude towards you. People bloody don't work with me for 1 year. You stayed with me for 10 years. Loyalty you are showing, you're doing hard work, yes or no? So the employer wants to say thank you. So if you will just say thank you, that is not enough. So while saying thank you, he will give you some amount. That is known as what? Gratuity. Thank you payment. Thank you payment. The payment which the employer will do while saying thank you is what? Gratuity. In the exam, they will ask you define gratuity. They will not ask you. It's just for our understanding. Yes or no? Did you understand what is gratuity? Any payment made by the employer to the for appreciation of his services, loyalty, hard work as a gratitude. Yes or no? That payment is known as gratuity. Now tell me, when the employer pays gratuity, only on retirement. Meaning, I would feel like saying thank you on your retirement only. What if you are in the employment, you are not retiring while you are in service? I want to say thank you. I cannot say thank you. I can say thank you while you are in service also. See, usually I will say thank you when you retire. But sometimes some employers can say thank you while the employee is in service. 10 years, 10 glorious years you have completed with the organization. Thank you. You are yet to work. You are yet to work for me till the time of your retirement. You are not retiring right now. Your retirement age is coming after 5 years. Your retirement age will come after 10 years. But since you have completed a milestone of 10 years, you have completed 10 years in the organization, the employer wants to say thank you while you are working. Yes or no? That time also he can give you a thank you payment. That time also he can give you a gratuity. What is gratuity? It is an income. It is an, and as per section 17.1, gratuity is your salary. As per section 17.1, gratuity is your salary. And if it is your salary, it is given while you are in service. While you are in taxable. Fully. You are getting it while you are in, whether you are a government employee or a non-government employee, any type of employee will not make any. Why? Because you are receiving gratuity while you are in service. Now tell me, can you receive gratuity on retirement? Yes or no? Or death? Whatever happens earlier. The gratuity becomes due. What did I say? Gratuity becomes due on the retirement of the employee or death of the employee, whichever happens earlier. That type of gratuity is known as death cum retirement gratuity. What will you call it? So now in the gratuity, I'm telling you two types of gratuity. How many types? The gratuity which you receive while you are in taxable. Fully, won't believe. Same thing which I am telling you right now, no? January 2026 question paper this year. Days back. Salary question was there. They have given gratuity. Students were calculating exemption. The moment you will see gratuity, start calculating exemption. Study, you are not retiring. You're still working. And while you are working, if your employer is giving you gratuity, that gratuity is fully. Exemption is available for death cum retirement gratuity. Which gratuity? Now, death cum retirement gratuity is a gratuity which becomes due on the death of the employee or on the retirement of the employee, whichever is earlier. For example, you are retiring right now and you will die later on. When the gratuity will come due? On your death or on your retirement? On your retirement, because your retirement takes place earlier than death. Okay. Now, sometimes it might also happen that retirement age is after 2 years, but the employee dies in this year only. So the gratuity will become due on his death, because death is taking place earlier than retirement. Yes or no? So whatever gratuity, hello sir, whatever gratuity which becomes due on what? Retirement or death, whichever is known as death cum. Death cum. And for this gratuity, there is an exemption under section 10(10). Under section. So section 10(10) says any death cum retirement gratuity, any received by a government employee, received by a fully exempt under section 10(10). So are you a government employee? Yes. Receiving death cum retirement gratuity? Yes. How much? Any amount. 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 50 lakhs, 1 crore, any amount. Fully exempt. Because it is received by a. What if death cum retirement gratuity is by an employee who is a non-government employee? Will he get any exemption? Why not? The government cannot do. Law cannot be biased. That the government employee is getting the exemption, non-government employee should also get the. But exemption, like government employee, full exemption was given, cannot give full exemption to non-government employee, because it will be dangerous. Just imagine, you all are non-government employees, because you are my employees, no? So you all are non-government employees. Okay. Now for you also the entire gratuity was exempt. Just like government employees, for you also the entire gratuity was exempt. What you would have done? In the last 2-3 years or last 5 years of your service, your salary was 20 lakhs. How much? 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 35 lakhs, 40 lakhs. Likewise, your salary was there. Okay. Every year, no, take less amount of taxable salary, and the amount of taxable salary which you are not taking, no, the last 4-5 years, tell your employer, after 4 years, after 3 years, anyways I'm going to retire. No, give this entire taxable salary me at that time in the form of gratuity. If you would have received that salary in the form of taxable salary, you would have paid tax on that amount. Yes or no? But if your and your employer's relations are good, the employer can at least, anyways, I have to give this amount in the form of salary. So, anyways, I have to give this amount in the form of salary. Instead of giving it right now in the form of salary, later on I will give in the form of gratuity. What difference will it make to me? No difference. I'm going to get the deduction under PGBP head as expense. Hello? And for you, it will be beneficial. Why? Because if that amount you would have received as salary, you should have paid tax. Now that entire amount you are receiving in the form of gratuity, fully exempt. Just imagine if there is no monetary limit on your exemption, you can take the wrong advantage of the exemption available. So government law is saying that, see, if any government employee is getting gratuity, he cannot ask the government that government don't pay salary. Pay that full amount in the form of. Just imagine if the government employee will tell this to employer, means government will shoot him. Because this kind of manipulation government will not do for employee. Whatever genuine gratuity he is supposed to receive, that gratuity only the government is going to give. Hello? So whatever gratuity that government employee is getting will be genuine amount, will be fully exempt. He is not going to take his taxable salary in the form of gratuity to take the exemption. Yes or no? But a non-government employee can manipulate his employer. So see, law says that for government employee we are giving exemption. For non-government employee also we will give the exemption. To non-government employee will not be denied. You also will get the exemption. But now the exemption will be based on the fact that gratuity you are receiving because you were covered by Payment of Gratuity Act. Possibility is there that you are receiving gratuity because you were covered by Payment of Gratuity Act. There is a law in India named POGA. Pogo, no, not that cartoon channel. Pogo is there? No. POGA. POGA, full form? Payment of Gratuity Act. So there is a law in India named Payment of Gratuity Act. If any employee gets covered in that law, employer has to give the gratuity. Compulsory for the employer to pay the gratuity. It was compulsory for your employer to pay the gratuity because you were covered by POGA. Now sometimes even if the employee is not covered by POGA, even if the employee is, still he can get the gratuity. Can your employer pay you gratuity? If he wants to say thank you, yes. Even if you are not covered by Payment of Gratuity Act, still your employer can give you gratuity. So whether you are covered by POGA or you are not covered by POGA, a non-government employee, whether covered by POGA or not covered by POGA, they will also get the exemption. They will also get the, first of all, am I talking about the gratuity while in service? Any gratuity, any given by the, to the, is a salary, is a, for the, and this salary will be fully taxable if it is given while the employee is in, whether he is a government employee or any gratuity which the employee is receiving while he is in service will be fully. But if the gratuity is becoming due on retirement or death, whichever happens, that type of gratuity is known as, and if that is received by a government employee, section 1010 says that it is fully exempt, whatever may be the amount. But if that gratuity is received by a death cum retirement gratuity received by a, that will also be exempt. That will also be under which section? Same section says that your gratuity will also be exempt, non-government employee. But the amount of exemption depends that whether you were covered by POGA or if you were covered by POGA. If you were, then the amount of exemption available to you will be actual gratuity or maximum 20 lakhs or amount as per POGA. What is the amount the Payment of Gratuity Act says you should get as gratuity? Because you were covered by POGA, no? Since you were covered by Payment of Gratuity Act, that is the reason why you are getting the gratuity. Understanding? You are covered by Payment of Gratuity Act. That is the reason why you are getting the gratuity. How much is the limit prescribed by Payment of Gratuity Act? POGA says that the employee should get this much amount as gratuity. If any employee is covered by POGA, if any employee is covered by, that employee should get this much amount of gratuity. This is the limit. This is the amount the POGA prescribes. So see, how much exemption we can give you? Gratuity which you are receiving, or maximum 20 lakh is our limit. Yes or no? or the amount which the Payment of Gratuity Act prescribes to be given as gratuity. Out of these three amounts, the lowest amount will be exempt. Hello, sir. A. Actual amount of gratuity. B. Maximum 20 lakhs. Maximum. And C. Amount as per Payment of Gratuity Act. Since the employee is covered by POGA, so there has to be a limit in the Payment of Gratuity. How much gratuity to be given to the employee as per Payment of Gratuity Act? How much he is actually getting? Available to the extent of maximum 20 lakhs. The 20 lakhs, the actual amount or amount as per POGA, the lowest amount out of these three. To that extent, your gratuity will be exempt and the balance will be taxable. Hello? How much the POGA says? So I went to Payment of Gratuity Act. See that how much amount the Payment of Gratuity Act says that the employer should give to the employee as what? Gratuity. If the employee is covered by POGA, if the employee is covered by, then his employer should pay 15 days salary based on the last drawn salary. 15 days salary based on the last drawn salary for each year of his service with the employer. So for every year of your service, you should get 15 days salary based on last drawn salary as what? Gratuity. So whatever salary you were drawing, whatever salary you were drawing prior to your retirement, last drawn salary, yes or no? 15 days of that salary should be given for each year of your service. So the time when you join the employer, from that day till the date of your retirement, how many years of service you have provided to your employer? For each year of service, this 15 days salary should be given as gratuity. So first of all, you have to calculate the last drawn salary. The Payment of Gratuity Act says, we are not talking about salary as per Income Tax Act. This limit is given in Payment of Gratuity Act. When I went to Payment of Gratuity Act, I saw that the Payment of Gratuity Act says that 15 days of last drawn salary, 15 days of and last drawn salary, POGA says should be basic DA. Should be basic DA in terms turnover commission will take for all the calculation where the limit is as per income tax. Limit is as per income tax, and in that limit, if the salary has to be used, we will always use basic DA in terms and turnover commission. What will use? Basic DA in terms and turnover commission, as we did for HRA. Hello? And we'll do it for other parts also. But this limit is not as per income tax. This limit is as per POGA. And Payment of Gratuity Act says that your salary should be basic and D. Basic and terms also, not in terms also. Total DA has to be taken. So, for example, the month of your retirement was January. Month of your retirement was, ignore the month of retirement, take the immediately preceding month. So, the salary meaning basic plus DA. Salary meaning basic plus DA, which you received for the month immediately preceding to the month of your retirement. If the month of retirement is January, ignore January, take the basic and DA of December. Basic and DA of December. That basic plus DA of December is the last drawn salary. The last drawn. Now that salary was given for full month. That salary was given for excluding 4 Sundays. That salary is not for 30 days. That salary is only for 26 days. Because 4 Sundays, you are not going to go to work. That salary was given to you for 26 days of the month. So, basic plus D of the last month. Basic plus D of the month immediately preceding to month of retirement. Yes or no? That is your last drawn salary. Divide by 26. Why divide by 26? Because that salary is not for the full month. That is for 20. Employer has given you that salary excluding 4 Sundays. For 26 days you got that salary. Divide by 26. Divide by, will you get per day salary? Will you get per day salary? Multiplied by 15. Multiplied by, get 15 days salary. Based on last drawn salary. You'll get 15 days salary based on, and this 15 days salary should be given for each year of your service. Now, from the beginning till the date of retirement, you have given a service of 20 years and 3 months. How many years of service are complete? And 24th year of service was going on, but did you give the service for the full 24th year or only 3 months? Ignore 24. Ignore. But sir, what if I would have given the services of 23 years and 9 months? 23 years, full service was given. 24th year, you were giving the service for 9 months. Is it more than 6 months? Take the 24th year also. For the 24th year also, you will get gratuity. Provided the 24th year of service more than, if 23 years, 3 months is there, then ignore the 24th year. Ignore the fraction of the year of service. Yes or no? The fraction is less than 6 or equal to 6. What if it is 23 years and 6 months? Ignore. You have to take 23. Fraction should be more than 6 months. Getting my point? So, total number of years of service. 19 years, 2 months. How much you will take? 19 years, 6 months. How much you will take? 19. Because the fraction, 20th year of service is not more than 6 months. So, don't take 20th year. Yes or no? 20th year you will take only if the fraction of 20th year was more than. So, if 19 years full service and 20th year you provided services for 8 months, which is more than 6 months, then take 20 years. For the 20th year also you will get the gratuity. This is what Payment of Gratuity Act says that you should get as a gratuity. 15 by 26. By 20. Because last drawn salary would have been paid for 26, excluding 4 Sundays in the month. Yes or no? So that salary is given by the employer for 26. Divide by 26. You will get per day salary. Per multiplied by 15 days. So you will get 15 days salary. You will get that 15 days salary your employer should give as gratuity for each year of your service with. That is what Payment of Gratuity Act says, that this amount you get from your employer as what? But usually the employers will pay more only. Usually the employers will pay. Sometimes possible that employer can give less also. Yes or no? If the employer is actually giving less, amount actually given less as compared to this, then amount which is given will be fully exempt. Yes or no? Provided it is less than 20 lakhs also. But what if the amount given is more? Amount given is, it is more than 20 lakhs also, it is more than limit also. Then the exemption cannot be more than what your Payment of Gratuity Act prescribes. And what if as per POGA the limit is more than 20? Our limit is maximum 20 we can give you. 3 limits. the amount which you have actually received. Maximum exemption which you can claim for your gratuity under the Income Tax Act. So Income Tax Act has fixed the limit that beyond this 20 lakhs exemption we are not going to give. Understanding? And the amount as per POGA. Amount as per, because you were covered by POGA, must have got the gratuity for because of POGA only. How much your POGA law says, that amount or the amount which you have received for maximum 20, whichever is lower, that will be the amount exempt from your gratuity. And after claiming this exemption, whatever remains, that will be taxable. So 15 by 26, did you understand the logic? Last drawn salary, what salary you will take? You have to take basic and DA of the month immediately preceding the month of retirement month. You have to ignore only immediately preceding month. What was the basic? What was the DA? DA means in terms as well as not in terms. Both DA you are supposed to take for this last drawn salary. Yes or no? And what is the meaning of number of years of service? Number of completed years. And if the year of service was not complete, it was in fraction. If the year of service is not complete, it was in fraction, then that fraction of the year will also be taken as full year if more than 6 months. If it is more than, hello, fraction of the year has to be ignored. That is 6 months or less. That is 6 months or less. We have already seen. Yes or no? Do you remember this? Can you receive gratuity from your employer if you are not covered by POGA? You are not covered by POGA, still your employer is giving you gratuity. Can you claim the exemption? Yes, you can also claim the exemption. But now all the three limits we will prescribe. Even the third limit we will prescribe. Now this limit is not coming from POGA. This limit will be prescribed under the Income Tax Act. Now this limit is prescribed by income tax. So in this limit, the salary has to be taken. It has to be basic, gain terms and turnover commission. Because Income Tax Act, whenever you will claim exemption, and in that exemption, whenever you have to take the salary, always take basic, gain terms, turnover commission. If the limit is fixed by the income tax, yes or no? So tell me, actual amount of gratuity. So maximum, the limit as per POGA or limit as per income tax now. And income tax says, according to us, how much gratuity should be paid. If you are not covered by POGA, according to us, how much gratuity should be paid? 15 days salary. But that 15 days salary not be based on last month's salary. Because what if you have manipulated your salary, your employer, just before employment, sorry, just before the retirement, you would have told your employer to increase your salary. Yes or no? What if you would have increased your salary? If that increased salary we will take, what will happen? Salary will be higher. And because of higher salary, your exemption will be higher. Want to average out that unnecessary increments in your salary will, so we will not take last month's salary, we'll take last 10 months salary and we'll average that salary. That unnecessary increments, unnecessary increase in your salary, when your retirement age comes near, when your retirement time comes near, you will always tell your employer, retirement age is coming, my salary, no, by the time I will retire, my salary by that time. So if it was 50, please, the last month, my salary to 1 lakh, no. Why you will tell? Because retirement will come, calculate the exemption for retirement benefits, the salary will be taken, that will be my latest salary. And if the latest salary will be higher, no, get higher exemption. At least you can do this for me, no, my employer. You can always tell your employer this kind of favors. And what if your employer would have done that? What if your employer would have done that? Daddy, your salary was very high at the time of retirement, And because of that salary, your exemption will also be calculated very high. So unnecessary increase which you have taken in your salary, we will average them out. We'll eliminate that, and that elimination will happen by taking the average. Getting my point? But average will be taken for 10 months. Average will be taken for, hello? So you are supposed to ignore the month of retirement. Ignore the month of, immediately prior to that, 10 months you are supposed to take. How many months? 10 months immediately preceding to the month of retirement. So for example, your retirement month was February. Retirement month was, ignore February month. 10 months prior to that, meaning January, December, November. Likewise, from April to January. From April to January, these 10 months. Take the basic of these 10 months. Take the DA in terms of these 10 months. And take the turnover commission of these 10 months. So 10 months basic, 10 months DA in terms, 10 months turnover commission will give you the total salary of these 10 months. Divide by 10 will give you average salary per month. So your 15 days salary will not calculate based on latest salary. No. 15 days salary will calculate on the basis of average salary per month. And that average salary per month will be calculated based on last 10 months salary. So first you will calculate average salary per month. Average salary. So that per month salary, average salary will be calculated based on basic, DA in terms, turnover commission for how many months? 10 months immediately preceding to the month of, divided by 10. So now this will give you average salary per month. Now see, this average salary was given for Sundays also. Even if you did not go to Sunday, for Sunday also you got the salary. Yes or no? According to the Income Tax Act, you have got this salary for 30 days. Even for Sunday, the salary was given. Hello. Will not exclude 4 Sundays, will keep those 4 Sundays. So instead of dividing it by 26, we'll divide it by 30. So now if you divide this average by 30, per day salary will be there, multiplied by 15. So this is 15 days salary based on average of last 10 months salary. This salary, Income Tax Act feels, get for every completed year of service. Any fraction of the year of service, you not get gratuity. Get gratuity only for completed year of service. So even if the fraction of the year of service is more than 6 months, more than, ignore the fraction. For every completed year of service, you get what? Gratuity. And how many completed years? 19. 19 years 2 months, then 19 years. 19 years 6 months, then 19 years. 19 years 8 months, then also 19 years. For every completed year of service, you should get 15 days salary. But that 15 days salary will not be 15 days last salary. Hello, that 15 days salary will be calculated based on average salary. Understanding? So what will you do? Will calculate average salary. What salary you will take? Basic, DA in terms, turnover commission. For how many months? Divide by 10. So 10 months basic, 10 months DA in terms, 10 months turnover commission. You will get 10 months salary. Divide by 10. You will get average salary per month. Average salary. And this salary is not for 26 days. This is for 30 days. Divide by 30. We are not POGA. We are income tax. And income tax says that average salary per month you get the salary for Sundays also. Divided by 30. Per day salary multiplied by 15. So this will give you 15 days salary. This will give you that you should get for every completed year of service, and this amount according to the Income Tax Act you get as gratuity. This is the maximum amount which you should get as gratuity. So either this amount or the actual amount which the employer has given, or maximum 20 lakhs, whichever is lower, that will be exam. That will be, will you remember? Now in the examination, they will tell you which type of gratuity you are receiving. The question specifies that during the previous year 25-26, you are not retiring. No retirement happening in this year. And still the question is saying that you are getting gratuity. So my dear friend, the question specifies that you are getting gratuity while you are in service. Your retirement is not taking place. This point was asked in the exam. People were doing this. Students were doing. Sir, it was not mentioned in the question that the employee is covered by POGA or not covered by POGA. I will give you not POGA. That you do only if the gratuity is received on retirement. Are you retiring in this year? Then the gratuity which you are receiving is not death cum retirement gratuity. Bloody, it should not be exempt. Why the hell you are calculating exemption? POGA, not covered by POGA will come only if you calculate exemption, and exemption is available only for death cum retirement gratuity. The gratuity which you have received is not death cum retirement. This is fully taxable. Out of 100 students who appeared in the exam, no, 90 students committed this. Only 10 students could make up. No, this is a gratuity while the employee is in service. This should be taxable under salary head. Understanding? But what if it is given in the question that this year on 31st December you are retiring, and on retirement you are getting gratuity. That means now this is not the gratuity which you are receiving while in service. On retirement that gratuity is getting due. Retirement or death, whichever happens earlier. Your retirement happening in this year. So on retirement this gratuity is getting due. So in this year, on retirement, the gratuity becoming due. This is. Now ask the question. Employee is a government employee. Whatever gratuity received, fully exempt. The question, oh, X Limited is retiring from the services of X Limited. X Limited is not government. That means not a government employee. From here, this part. Now it will be somewhere given in the question that this employee was also covered by POGA. This part. It will be given in the question, not covered by POGA. This part. You be able to identify like this. Hello? Now see, can you see the limit of 20 lakhs? Can you see the limit of 20 lakhs? Simple. Whenever you will get gratuity, whenever you will get, will you claim the exemption? Every time 2020 will not be allowed. 20 is your lifetime limit. 20 is from multiple employers you are receiving gratuity. So from this employer also 20 lakh, from this employer, no, this is aggregate limit. So in this year, if you are retiring from 2 employers, so gratuity exempt from both the employers cannot be more than 20 lakhs. If the gratuity is received from more than one employer, if the gratuity is received in this year from more than, the exemption from both the employers taken together cannot be more than 20 lakhs. Second thing, if in the past, few years back, you were working with some old company, X Limited. Few years back, you were working with some X Limited. That time when you retired, you got gratuity from X Limited. And at that time, you took the exemption of 5 lakhs. How much? Now, after 10 years, you are again retiring from Y Limited. Maybe after leaving X Limited, you would have joined Y Limited. And from Y Limited, now you are retiring. Y Limited is also giving you gratuity. Now, this time, the limit is not 20 lakhs, because already in your lifetime, once you have claimed the exemption amounting to, so during your entire lifetime, the total exemption can be taken 20. Out of that, 5 you have already taken. Now the limit available is not 20 lakhs, limit available is 15 lakhs. Do you remember this? LTME, lifetime maximum exemption, is 20 lakhs. Yes or no? No, sir. Exemption limit under 1010, how much? Is a lifetime maximum exemption where the gratuity is received in any earlier previous year from former employer and again received from another employer in the later previous year. The limit of 20 lakhs shall be reduced by the amount of exemption claimed earlier. Also, where the gratuity is received from 2 or more employers in the same previous year, then the aggregate amount of gratuity exemption under 1010 cannot be more than 20 lakhs. I explained and it is written. Hello. Now, the gratuity becomes due. At that time, the gratuity is taxable. Yes or no? Taxable for employee. After taking the exemption, whatever amount remains, that is taxable, no? So I'm talking about the taxable amount. Yes or no? In whose hand the gratuity will be taxable? Employee. But for that, it should become due, or it should be received in the hands of employee. Now see, death come retirement gratuity. Death come. Especially, we'll talk about that. Because see, when the gratuity is received while in service, it is becoming due and it is received in the hands of employee. So taxable in the hands of employee. What about the death come retirement gratuity? It will become due on retirement. So retirement earlier than death. And it will become due on death. If death is earlier than retirement. Sometimes it can be a confusing thing, that whether this gratuity becoming due in his hand, in his hand, whether it will be taxable for him or not. Yes or no? Because the salary, the gratuity is a salary, and salary is taxable on due or receipt, whichever is earlier basis. So become due in his hands. Whose? Employee's hand. Or it should be received in employee's hands. So one small table I have created. Okay, pay attention. What was your date of retirement? 30th June 2000. So this year you are retiring on 30th June. Okay, and on retirement, no, you got a gratuity. Got a gratuity of rupees 20 lakhs. Sorry, 30 lakhs. 30 lakhs gratuity. So on retirement, your gratuity became due. On retirement, your gratuity became due. And that was received by you on 11th of July. So your date of retirement is? On the date of retirement, your gratuity became due. And that gratuity is received by you on 11th of July. How much gratuity? Small amount or a big amount? How much amount you have not seen in your lifetime? At once, out of shock, you die. On 20th July, you die. Are you dying before retirement or dying after retirement? Your retirement is before death. Retirement is before death or after death. So death date is 20th July. Retirement date is 30th June. So your gratuity will become due on death, or it will be due on retirement. Death or retirement, whichever happens. So the gratuity will become due on retirement. Will become due on. At the time of retirement, was the employee alive? Employee tick mark means employee is alive. And this gratuity was received in his hands on 11th July when he was alive. Employee receiving the gratuity also, coming due also in his hands when he was alive. At the time the gratuity is due, at that time also the employee is alive. At the time when the employee receives the gratuity, at that time also he is alive. Gratuity will be taxable in the hands of employee. Due or receipt, whichever is earlier, due basis. Taking my point, be taxable in the hands of after taking the exemption. Now tell me, 30th June was the retirement date. Hello? Employee, that poor employee, no, poor employee was very sad. Oh my God, I am going to retire. What I am going to do now? Now my job is gone. Was so much in pain. He died. But he could not wait for receiving the gratuity also. So he retired on what date? And he died on what date? So retirement date comes earlier or death comes earlier? Retirement date comes earlier, so the gratuity will become due on, and on the date of retirement he was alive. On the date of retirement he was. After retiring he dies. Does not even wait for receiving the gratuity, because gratuity was given on 11th July, his legal years. After he, tell me, in this case, gratuity becomes due on death or retirement, whichever happens earlier. So retirement happens earlier, so gratuity will become due on retirement. So the gratuity becomes due on retirement when the employee is alive. When the employee is alive, the gratuity is coming due while he is alive in his hands. Although the gratuity was not received by him. After his death, it was received by legal years. At that time, he was not alive. So tell me, this gratuity will be taxable to legal years or to the employee? Why? Because the gratuity is taxable on due or receipt, whichever is, and whichever is earlier, due. And at the time the employee was alive, so the gratuity will be taxable in the hands of. Yes or no? Now, last case. Did you understand these two cases? Retirement date is 2029. 30th June 2000. He will retire on this date. Hello, sir. But what happens? He dies on 6 July 29. No. 6 July 25. Even before retirement, he dies in this year. Now, don't you think the gratuity will become due on his death? Because retirement is going to happen later. Retirement or death, whichever happens. So death happens earlier, so the gratuity will become due on death. Gratuity will become due on death. When the employee died, the gratuity became due. And this gratuity was given to his legal years on 11th July. Tell me, or receipt, anything happening in the hands of employee? Is the gratuity becoming due in the hands of employee when he is alive or after his death? So after his death, the gratuity becoming due at the time of death. At that time he is not alive. So when the gratuity becoming due, employee is not alive. When the gratuity is received, that time also the employee is not alive. The gratuity is due in his hands, not the gratuity received in his hands. Should it be taxable in his hands? Not taxable for employee. Now who is receiving this gratuity? It should be taxable for legal years? No. For legal years also it is not taxable. Because for legal years, this amount is not a revenue receipt. Not an income. Capital receipt, not an income. Until and unless your Income Tax Act says that it is an income and it will be taxable. So this type of receipt, the legal years will not get every now and then. This is not a revenue receipt for them. This is a capital receipt, and that type of capital receipt will be their income and will be taxable in their hands. Nowhere in the income tax act this is. Hence, for the legal years also, this amount is not taxable. It is neither taxable for employee, not taxable for legal years. For employee, why it is not taxable? Because not becoming due for him, not received by him, so not taxable for him. For legal years, why it is not taxable? Bloody, they are receiving it as a capital, and this type of capital receipt not an income under the Income Tax Act, and there is no charge on such type of, so will not be taxable for legal years also. Will you remember? Now pay attention. Can you see this exemption given to whom? Can you see this exemption and this exemption given to? Whether covered by POGA or not covered by? If exemption under section 10, exemption under section, you want to claim this exemption, you'll have to shift out. You'll have to. But what if you remain under default tax regime? Will you get this exemption? Yes. Then also you are going to get it. So this exemption under section 10(10) for your gratuity will be available irrespective of the scheme. Whether you are following default tax regime or optional tax regime will not make any difference. This will be exempt. Yes or no? Exemption under 10(10), whether you don't follow 115 BSE or you follow 115 BSE, will always be available. This is the end of gratuity, my dear friends. Understood? So this is one retirement benefit. Out of the 5 retirement benefits, this is one retirement benefit. Did you understand? Let me see. Let's solve the questions. Okay, come to the question. See, if you will talk now, I will not solve this question. Huh? I will give this question for homework. Come to question number 4. Come to question number 4. Illustration number 4. Ready, guys? You will not look at the solution. Huh? You will not look at the solution. Start solving. Done. Should I start? Huh? See, illustration number 4. Mr. Ravi retired on 15 June 2025 after completion of 26 years, 8 months. Wait. Covered by POGA. Number of years of service 27. Not covered by POGA. Only completed years. Fraction even if more than 6 months we have to ignore. Okay. Received a gratuity of rupees. This gratuity he is receiving while in service, no? On 15th June, after completion, he retired. After completing these many years and months service, he is retiring in this year. On retirement, this gratuity becoming due and he is receiving it. So this is the gratuity which is received on retirement, becoming due on retirement. Will he get the exemption for this? Any gratuity received on retirement, will the employee get the exemption for this? Full exemption. If he is a, so 15 minus 50, how much is the taxable amount? Nil. So first of all, everyone pay attention. See, if Mr. Ravi is a government employee, underline, gratuity received on what? Retirement. How much? 15 lakhs. Will it be exempt? Out of this, how much will be exempt? Less, fully exempt. Under section 10(10). How much? 15 lakhs. The remaining amount, this is taxable gratuity. Hello guys. Very difficult, no? I said I will solve only. Now I will solve. D. If Mr. Ravi is a non-government employee plus is covered by POGA. That is A, no, I guess. It is A, no? So let's say this is covered by POGA. Now we are solving A. Solve A first. So tell me what to do. First I will write that how much is gratuity receiving. Yes or no? Gratuity received on retirement. Same amount. Okay. Will this gratuity be exempt for him? Yes or no? Less exempt. Under section 10(10). How much exempt? A. Actual gratuity. That is 15 lakhs. B. Maximum limit. Under section 10(10). Wait. Earlier he has taken some exemption. And you won't believe this point was also tested in exam. Earlier he has already claimed some amount exempt. So this year limit will not be available. Limit will be reduced. So is it given in the question that earlier he has taken any exemption? Meaning that full limit of 20 lakhs will be available? So full 20 lakh limit will be available. What is the limit C? Is he covered by POGA? So 15 by 30 or 15 by 26? Average salary or last drawn salary? Last drawn salary per month multiplied by number of years of service. So 15 by 26 into last drawn salary I have to calculate. Okay, no? What is the years of service? 27 years. Why 27? Fraction of the year will be taken as full year if the fraction is more than 6 months. And it was 8 months, no? I've taken the 27th year also. Yes or no? Now I have to calculate last drawn salary. Pay attention. Hashtag last drawn salary. Per month. In this last drawn salary, what you take? Will you take basic salary? Hello? And will you take DA? DA in terms also you will take? DA not in terms also you will take. You will take full DA. Yes or no? Because the employee is covered by POGA. So if he is covered by POGA, his basic and DA, full amount has to be taken. So what was his basic when he retired? 50, no? So sir. And what was his DA when he retired? 10,000. So 50,000 per month plus 10,000 per month will give you, can I say this is the last drawn salary? So 15 by 26 into 60,000 per month into 27 years. Tell me. Nine lakh? 61? You have three amounts now. Whichever is, what is the lower amount? Can I say exemption under section 1010 will be 9 lakh 34 615. So out of 15 lakh, if this amount will be exempt, 65 385, can I say this is your taxable HRA? Hello sir. Oh sorry, no, taxable gratuity. My mistake. Taxable gratuity. Now, if Ravi is non-government employee and not covered by POGA, the same calculation will happen, but the last limit will change. And in the last limit, 15 by 30 of average salary per month for every completed year of service. Yes or no? Hello? Copy paste. Copy. Now B. Don't talk. So what will be my limit? C. 15 by 30 into average salary per month into completed years of what? Service. So 15 by 30 will remain constant. Average salary I will calculate, and completed years of service 26 years. I have to ignore the fraction. Yes or no? Now hashtag what? Average salary per month. Now to calculate this average salary, I have to take salary. Meaning I have to take basic also. I have to take DA or DA in terms. DA in terms. And I will take turnover commission also. What was your basic? Tell me. 50,000 for 1 month I will take, or last 10 months? So last 10 months, basic changing or remaining same? Remaining same, no? There is no information given in the question that in the last 10 months the basic was different. So definitely the basic which you are receiving at the time of retirement, that same basic you would have received in the last 10 months. So 50,000 into 10 will give you 5 lakhs. Will give you 5 lakhs. DA, how much is DA, guys? 10,000. 10,000 is in terms or not in terms? Both are there. How much is in terms? So out of this 10,000, I will take only 60%. So that 6,000 per month is in terms. But wait, last 10 months, DA in terms remaining same or it is changed? Same, no? Last 10 months also DA in terms will be 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. So 10,000 into 60%, I have to take for 10 months. So this will become 1,000. Yes or no? Now see, turnover commission, they are saying that turnover commission at what rate? Tell me. 1% of turnover. 1% of turnover. And turnover achieved in the last 12 months they have given. Wait. Turnover commission will be given at 1% of turnover. And turnover is how much? But guys, this 1 crore 20 lakhs was the turnover for last. So last 12 months turnover, you have taken 1%. So this 1% is the turnover commission. But this will be for 12 months. Want for how many months? So divide by 12. You will get 1 month multiplied by 10. So how much is the turnover commission? 1 lakh. Total 6 lakh 60,000. Now you divide this by 10. You are going to get 66,000 per month. This is your average salary. Yes or no? Now use this 66,000 here. Calculate the amount. 8 lakh 50. Exact 858. Everyone getting? Whichever is 858 is lower. Can I say 8 lakh 58 will be exempt out of 15 lakhs? How much will be taxable? Lakh. This will be taxable gratuity. Very difficult. These type of questions for how many marks will not be asked. This will be a part of your main question. If the full salary question is given, and in that salary question they are saying that the employee is retiring. Hello? Then in that question they will tell that employee is getting gratuity on retirement. So any one of these three parts will be there in that question. You'll have to do a calculation like this in the working note, and you'll have to calculate the gratuity, and this gratuity you'll have to show in the calculation of taxable salary. Understanding? This type of questions are not going to come for exam. 2 marks, 3 marks. Going to appear for BCom exam or what? Understood? New concept. Shall we start? Still writing? Ayyo, how will you copy in the exam, blood? Will not copy? Will not copy. If opportunity is there, no, you will copy with both your hands. Write down fast. Did you check the answer? Answer is same, no? No difference, no? So friends, let's start with the new concept. You want some break? How much? 20 minutes. 20 slaps you want? 20 minutes break. I can give you maximum 10 minutes. Maximum 10 minutes. And if you'll come after 10 minutes, I'll not allow you in the class. Huh? 10 minutes. Take a 10 minutes break. See. Now we are starting with pension. Do you remember the definition of salary? 17 subsection 1. 17 subsection 1. Salary includes wages. Number 2, annuity, or this is also your salary. This is also your, meaning your income, no? Now, whenever you will get the pension from your employer, no, there will be two types of pension. One will be uncommuted pension and the another one will be commuted. Now see, uncommuted pension means a fixed amount which will be given on a, like for example, the employer says that after your retirement, I'm going to give you 10,000 rupees per month as what? Pension. So that monthly pension which is promised after you retire is known as what? Uncommuted pension. Is known as what? So what will be the tax treatment of that uncommuted pension? Regular amount, fixed amount given on a regular basis is a revenue receipt for you, and also your salary. Nowhere exemption is given. Nowhere. Meaning it will be fully taxable under the head salary, whether you are a government employee or a, okay. Now see, sometimes what happens that your employer said that you are going to get how much pension? How much pension? Or if you waive off full 10,000 or any part out of that 10,000. So the monthly pension which your employer promised, either that entire monthly pension you waive off and take a lump sum, or some part out of that monthly pension you waive off, give up. And you will tell your employer that employer, I want to give up my pension. I want to give up my monthly pension. Don't give me fixed amount on a regular basis. In lieu of that, give me a lump sum amount. Can you do that? No. 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. I don't want to receive that. I want to commute that amount, and for that, give me a lump sum. I want to give up the monthly pension, and in return, give me a lump sum amount. Yes or no? So whatever amount which you are giving up, that will be commutation. That is known as commutation. So the monthly amounts which you are going to receive for future, you want to commute all those amounts, and for that you want to get a lump sum. That lump sum which you receive is known as commuted pension. Is known as, so when you give up your monthly pension, whether fully or in part, and by giving up that monthly pension, whatever lump sum you get is known as what? Commuted pension. So can you give up the entire 10,000? No. Can you give up that entire 10,000? Yes. And for that you can get a lump sum. That is a commuted pension. But that time it will be known as fully commuted. That time it will be known as fully commuted, because full amount of your monthly pension you are waiving off to get a lump sum, that is a commuted pension, but full amount you are waiving off, no. So it will be known as fully commuted pension. Fully. But sometimes it might happen that your employer says, how much you are going to receive? How much you are going to receive? Out of this 10%, I want to waive off %. Meaning 6,000 per month. Meaning after waiving off this, till some monthly pension you are going to get. How much? 4,000. Because that is still uncommuted. That is still, you still have the right to receive that balance 4,000. Getting my point? So tell me, how much pension your employer told? How much he has promised? 10,000? Okay. So monthly pension, 10,000 you are going to receive. And this you are going to receive from after the retirement. So, for example, your date of retirement was 1st of October 2025. This year you retired. This year you. And from 1st October, you will start getting 10,000. So, October month, you received 10,000. November month, you received 10,000. Yes or no? November month, you received 10,000. December month, you received 10,000. Yes or no? Now, on 1st January, what you did? 1st January 26, what you did? You commuted. You commuted either the full amount you can commute or some part of that monthly pension you can commute. For example, you commuted 60%. How much you commuted? And after commuting 60%, a lump sum was given. How much lump sum was given? Example, 5,40,000. How much? How much lump sum you should get will be calculated by the employer. You're not supposed to do anything. Okay. 60% means 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. Commute, and how much amount you should get? 5,40,000. That will be calculated by the employer. None of your business. And as a chartered accountants, we are not supposed to calculate these amounts. It's done by actuary. Have you heard about actuary? Just like CA is a professional course, yes, CMA, actuary is also a course. We do actuaries, no? It's a very difficult course. It requires maths. And once you clear those, I guess there are approximately 8 levels, 8 papers which you have to pass. After passing those 8 papers, no, to handle the portfolios of insurance companies, handle the portfolios of mutual funds, hundreds of crores manage. And after passing 3 or 4 papers, the yearly salary becomes approximately 1 to 2 year. One of my friends from GMCS, GMCS course is happening now in CA. Come for that GMCS course. He did that. Actually, he cleared 5 papers. Right now, he's handling some portfolio of the insurance company. Yearly package is 3 CR. Very difficult course. For that, you need to have maths standard 12th, at least 80% maths. You can do that. So, the entire stuff, that how much, see, what is the work actually they do? Basically, they will calculate for insurance companies who are issuing insurance policies. Yes or no? So for this insurance policy, if 10 lakh is required, the insured person will require how much? 10 lakhs. So to give him 10 lakhs after the term of the policy, how much premium should be taken every year? Beneficial for the insurance company. This much premium every year should be given. Only then it is beneficial for us to give him 10 lakhs on maturity. Premium calculation, these type of calculation, that how much amount be given by commutation of annuities and all. So actuarial valuations and all happen. Yes or no? Employer will get this thing done by actuary. Actuary will calculate that out of 10,000 per month, 60% is waived off. So 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000 for future was available to the employee, and employee does not wish to take that 6,000. He wants to commute for a lump sum. How much amount should be given to him right now? This 5,40,000 will be calculated by him only. And that he will tell the employer, and employer will give you this amount. The chartered accountants, we don't have any role in calculating these amounts. Yes or no? Hello? But we have to learn the tax treatments, no? So now tell me, how much monthly pension you are getting? 10,000. 10,000 was promised and you got 10,000. Now on 1st January, you commuted how much? You commuted how much? And after commuting, you got a lump sum. So tell me, In January, are you going to get any uncommuted pension? Yes, you are supposed to get 10,000, but out of that 60% you have commuted, 60% you will not get, because for that 60% already the lump sum is given. Remaining 40% that you are going to get, no? How much you are going to get? 4,000 for Jan, Feb, March, every month now you will start getting 4,000. Yes or no? How much is the total uncommuted pension which you have received in this year? 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, 42. So this will be 42,000. This will be your uncommuted pension for this year. Whether you are a government employee or a non-government employee, 42,000, which is an uncommuted pension for this year, will be fully taxable. Now this year, did you receive only uncommuted pension or you received commuted pension also? How much? How much? Now, if commuted pension is received by government employee, whatever commuted pension received, fully exempt as per section 1010A. That 5,40,000, if that was received by government employee, that 5,40,000, if that was received by fully exempt. But what if that 5,40,000 was received by a non-government employee? Will it be fully exempt? No. Exemption will be available, but it will not be fully exempt. Under section 1010A, exemption will be available, but it will not be fully exempt because it is received by a non-government. Now you will have to see whether this non-government employee was also receiving gratuity or not. If the non-government employee was also receiving gratuity on his, then his commuted pension will be exempt, A or B, whichever is lower. So your commuted pension will be exempt to the extent of commuted pension received for maximum 1/3. 1/3 of commuted pension? No, 1/3 of fully commuted pension. Now, if you will see here, full 10,000 you have commuted to get this 5,40,000, or out of this you have commuted only 60. And after commuting 60, you are getting commuted pension of 5,40,000. Is it fully commuted or it is partly commuted? You are not supposed to take 1/3 of this amount. You are supposed to take 1/3 of fully commuted. What would have been your commuted pension if you would have commuted entire 10,000? Have you commuted entire 10,000 or only 60%? After commuting 60%, if you are getting 5,40,000, hello? So you would have got how much after commuting 100%? Can you do the cross multiplication? How much? So 5,40,000 you are receiving after commuting 60. So divide by 60 into, you will get, see, if you would have commuted your full monthly pension, then this would have been your commuted pension. This is fully commuted pension. You are supposed to take 1/3 of this amount, maximum 1/3 of your fully commuted pension. To that extent, we can give you the exemption or the amount which you have actually received, whichever is lower. So tell me, how much will be the 1/3 of fully commuted pension which you have just now calculated? 9 lakh. It will be 3 lakhs. It will be. So this is the maximum amount which we can exempt you. How much you have received? 5,40,000. 1/3 is 3 lakhs. Whichever is lower. So 3 lakh will be exempt. Out of 5,40,000, 3 lakh will be exempt. How much will be taxable? 2,40,000. Now you will take that 1/3. You will take the 1/3 of fully commuted pension only if at the time of retirement, at the time of you were receiving gratuity. But what if at the time of retirement you did not receive any gratuity. Then instead of taking 1/3 of fully commuted pension, now you take half of fully commuted. So what was your fully commuted pension? 9 lakh. Instead of 1/3, now you will take half. Now you will take half will be how much? So either 4 lakh 50 or 5 lakh 40, whichever is lower, 4 lakh 50 will be exempt and the balance amount will be taxable. So this 1/3 or half of fully commuted pension, this is the maximum limit. Maximum limit. To this extent, you can claim your commuted pension as exempt. And this limit, either you have to take 1/3 or you have to take half. You have to do this for fully commuted pension here also, fully commuted here also. Color, same color. Fully commuted. But there it is 1/3 and here it is half. Color, different color. If receiving gratuity, then 1/3. Not receiving gratuity, then half. This is the maximum limit. Hello, sir. So actual amount of commuted pension or 1/3, whichever is lower. Actual amount of commuted pension or half, whichever is lower. Receiving gratuity, then 1/3. Not receiving gratuity at retirement, then half. Getting my point? Hello. So tell me. I'll give you one more example. Okay. Pay attention. Your monthly pension, your date of retirement. First, I'll write your date of retirement. Okay, no, sir. Your DOR, date of retirement, was 1st of October 2025. Let's take same date. Okay. Date of retirement is 1st October 25 and your monthly pension fixed was 5,000 rupees per month, which you start getting from October. Okay, no? On 1st of February 2025, you commuted 60% and you got 3 lakh 60. Possible, not possible? Sure. So now tell me, October, November, December, Jan. 1, 2, 3, 4. How much you will get? 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. February, how much you will get? Wait. February, on 1st February 2026. What have you done? 60% commuted and you have received. So now in the month of February, are you going to get 5,000? Are you going to get 5,000? 5,000 out of that 60% you have already commuted. So for February, you are not going to get 5,000. You are going to get only 40% of 5,000. So tell me, in February, will you get 5,000? Will get 40% of 5,000. That will be, and March is 2,000. So 2,000 will be 4,000 and 20,000. So total uncommuted pension for this year is how much? 20. Now tell me whether you are a government employee or a non-government employee. What will happen? Taxable, fully taxable. Yes or no? Hello, sir. Now, in this year, have you received only uncommuted pension? Or you have received commuted pension also? How much commuted pension you have received? Will this be exempt? Minus 1010 1010A. How much exemption? Full exempt. Full. Nothing taxable. If you are a government employee, tell me, if you are a government employee, how much will be the total taxable pension? 24,000 plus nil. How much? No commuted pension will be taxable, but uncommuted pension will be taxable for you, no? Or understanding? But what if this commuted pension was received by a non-government employee? Can you claim the full exemption? Can you claim the full exemption? So, how much exemption you are going to claim? A or B, whichever is A, actual amount. A, B, one third of fully commuted pension or half of fully commuted pension, depends that whether you were receiving gratuity or not. Let's take an example. You are receiving gratuity. So the limit B will be one third. One third of what? Now see, 3,60,000 you were receiving by commuting how much? 60. How much will get after commuting? 100. 6 lakh you are going to get? Wait. Let's take this 3 lakhs. Let's take this 3 lakhs. Okay, no? How much? 3 lakhs. How much? So 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs. How much is there now? So one third of 5 lakhs. One third of is how much? 1 lakh. Everyone got this? So tell me one thing. 3 lakh or one third of fully commuted pension, whichever is, how much will be exempt? So out of 3 lakh, take the exemption of 1,66,667. Hello, sir. So how much will be taxable? 1,33,333. Okay, no. So for example, you are a non-government employee. You were also receiving gratuity on your retirement this year. How much uncommuted pension you are going to get? That is taxable. 24 is taxable for you also. But out of 3 lakhs, some amount got exempted, 166, 667. So how much pension got taxable? 133, 333. This is the commuted pension taxable and this is uncommuted pension taxable. So what is the total taxable pension for this year? 1,57,333. Getting my point? Hello? We did how much? One third. Why? Because the employee was receiving. What if the employee is not receiving gratuity? Will you take one third? How much you will take? So instead of one third, I'll take half. Half of fully commuted pension will be 2,50,000. Yes or no? 3 lakh or 2,50,000, whichever is. So how much will be exempt? 2,50,000 will be exempt. So out of 3 lakhs, if 2,50,000 will be exempt, how much will be taxable? 50,000 will be taxable. So saying that if you are a non-government employee not receiving gratuity, for you also uncomputed pension is taxable, but how much you were receiving? 3 lakhs. Out of that, how much you got exempted? 2,50,000. So how much will be taxable? So this 50,000 of commuted pension will be taxable for this year and 24,000 will be taxable. So total taxable pension will be, understanding or not? This is the way in which the calculations will be done. This was your pension. Understood, no? Come to illustration number 4. Illustration number 3. Read the illustration, guys. Read the illustration. Solve. What you are solving? I have already solved. Ayyo. Entire question I have already solved. Date of retirement, monthly pension, on 1st February, 60% commuted. You know why I changed that 360 to 3 lakhs? To match this question. Okay. Otherwise, I would have taken 3 lakh 60. So to match this question, I did that 360 to 3 lakh. Come on, tell me. If he is a government employee, 24,000 is taxable. And what commuted pension was taxable? Nil. What is the total taxable pension? Same amount we got. And if he is a non-government employee, if he is a non-government employee receiving what? So how much uncommuted pension? 24. And how much commuted pension? Out of 3 lakh, 166, 667 was exempt. So taxable pension, commuted pension was 133, 333, 133, 333 plus 24. 1 lakh 3, the same amount. And if he was a non-government employee, not receiving gratuity, so 24,000 is still taxable for him. But out of 3 lakh, now he was getting the exemption of 2 lakh 50. How much commuted pension was getting taxable? 50. 50 plus 24? 74,000 taxable. Will you remember this? Hello? Or this is the end of pension. One small thing I would like to tell you. See, note number 1. How to calculate fully commuted pension. Okay, what is the meaning of fully commuted? Bloody, if you will do 1/3 and half of commuted pension, no, in the examination hall I will come and I will slap you. Then and that time. 1/3 of commuted pension, no. Half of commuted pension, no. Fully commuted. So first you'll have to convert your commuted pension into fully commuted pension and then take that limit of 1/3 and half. So what is the fully commuted pension? It is the amount of commuted pension which the employee would have if he would have commuted his entire monthly pension. That you will have to calculate. Understanding? Now for example, how much was your monthly pension? 5,000. Commuted this, you commuted this, and you got how much? 3 lakhs. You got how much? How much you commuted? 60% you commuted. Yes or no? In the question, if they are saying, then this commuted pension which is there, no? This itself is your fully commuted. Now you can take 1/3 and half of this. Now tell me, October, November, December and January, you will get 5,000. February and March, you are not going to get any uncommuted pension. Why? 100% commuted. Hello. And in future also, you are not going to get any uncommuted pension. Why? Because in the February month only, you are commuting your entire pension. Understanding or not? So commuted pension will be this much, and this entire amount is your fully commuted pension also. Then you can take 1/3 and half of this. But if only 30% was commuted, only, and received how much? Is it a fully commuted pension? If you will take 1/3 or half of this, your answer will be wrong. Now you will have to make it fully commuted. That will be 10 lakh. That will be, how did you get it? 3 lakh divided by 30 into 100, you will get 10 lakh. The 10 lakh will be your fully commuted pension. 1/3 of that 10 lakh. Half of that 10 lakh. Getting my point, everyone? Now pay attention. I'll continue that same example for you. I'll continue that same example. Pay attention. How much was your monthly pension? Did you commute it? Yes, you commuted 30%. So 30% commuted and you got a lump sum. Lump sum of how much? Example, lump sum you got how much? 3 lakhs, no? 3 lakh lump sum you are getting. Okay, sir. Hello. Now tell me, will this 3 lakh be exempt? This is your commuted pension. By the way, this is your commuted pension. So who is receiving this commuted pension? Government employee. Who is receiving? Full 3 lakh exempt. What if this 3 lakh was received by a non-government employee? Fully exempt. You will see the limit. So if the employee was receiving gratuity, if he was not receiving gratuity, okay, no. If he was receiving gratuity, then actual amount or one third of fully commuted pension, which will be 3 lakh divided by 30 into 100, which will be 10 lakhs. Yes or no? One third of that will be 333. Getting my point? So tell me, A or B, whichever is. So 3 lakh is the lower amount. How much you have received? How much is exempt? How much will be taxable? So therefore, taxable amount here is what? Nil. Why nil? Because out of 3 lakhs, you claim the exemption of 3 lakhs. Okay, no? Hence the taxable amount is nil. Let's calculate what if he is not receiving gratuity. What if he is not receiving gratuity? Again, you will do A and B. A is 3 lakhs. Or B. Now you will do half. Half of fully commuted pension. 3 lakh divided by 30 into 100. Yes or no? So this will be 10 lakh. Half of 10 lakh will be 5 lakhs. So 5 lakh or 3 lakh, whichever is lower. So 3 lakh will be fully exempt. So here also the taxable amount will be nil. Why? Because out of the 3 lakh pension, full 3 lakh got exempted. Hello sir. Hello sir. Now did you see? You calculated a limit of 3 lakh 33 here. And you calculated a limit of 5 lakh over here. Hello. How much you have calculated? Can I say this 5 lakh is half and this 333 is one third? Sir, this is lifetime maximum exemption. This is lifetime maximum. I have already told you. During your lifetime, you can take the exemption for commuted pension as many times as you can. But the total exemption during your lifetime cannot be more than this amount. Hello? So maximum exemption during your lifetime is how much? 333 or 5 lakhs as the case may be. So this time, have you claimed the exemption? Have you claimed the exemption? How much? In the first case, you have claimed the 3 lakhs. So out of this, you have claimed the exemption of how much is still remaining? In future, whenever you will again commute the pension, that time will you get the exemption? Yes. But now a fresh limit will not be calculated. 33,333. To that extent only your pension will be exempt. Commuted pension. Yes or no? Again. How much was your limit? In the second case, how much was your limit? Out of that 3 lakh exemption you have taken already. How much limit is still remaining? In future, again you will commute your pension. So from that commuted pension now, again a fresh limit will not be calculated. Maximum exemption will be 2 lakh, remaining limit. 2 lakh you will claim that time because 3 lakh you have claimed this time because your total exemption during your lifetime cannot be more than 5 lakhs. 33,333 you will claim next time. And this time you will claim 3 lakh. Total is 3,33,333. During your lifetime, you cannot claim more than 333. Yes or no? 3,33,333 is your lifetime maximum exemption. Out of this 3 lakh you have claimed this time. Next time, whenever you will commute your pension, that time, the maximum pension which we will exempt, again a fresh limit will not be calculated. Remaining limit of 33, 333 will be available at that time. Because this limit, this limit, this amount is the lifetime maximum exemption under section 1010A. Will you remember this? Hello? So, you know how to read English? Note number 2, maximum limit of 1/3 or half of fully commuted pension is. Now you understood what is the meaning of lifetime exemption? Hello? Now, let's go and do one more concept. This is the third retirement benefit which you are going to learn. Leave encashment. Leave. Now see, give me answer. In a year, how many days are there? Okay, 365 days are there. Okay, no? Now don't you think out of these 365 days, 52 Sundays will be? Sir, how do you know 50? In a year, 52 weeks are there, no? Every week one Sunday will come, no? So 52 Sundays will be there, no? Will you go to work on Sunday? Everywhere, all across India, Sundays are holidays. Yes or no? So 52 Sundays, you are not going to work. How many days are remaining? 313 days. Out of these 313 days, national holidays, public holidays are there. Like 26th January, 15th August, yes or no? So let's take these holidays are 13 holidays. Like Deepavali and all. Okay, no? Deepavali, Holi, and then Makar Sankranti. 13 public holidays are there. Okay? Hello? So how much? 300 days. These are known as working days. No, workable days. Because employee will not be actually working on these days. So there is a headache in my stomach. It will happen on Sunday. It will happen on public holiday. Or it might also happen on working days. Sir, my girlfriend is getting married. I have to attend the wedding. Study. A human being is a social animal. Social gatherings are there. Family functions are there. Ill health will be there. Yes or no? So can the employer expect you to work for these 300 days? Definitely not. Even employer knows that expecting you to work for these 300 days is a foolishness. Because employer is a social animal. Hello? Sorry, employee is a social animal. He will have to attend the weddings, he will have to attend the functions, he will have ill health. Because of that, I should accommodate. Okay? So employer from his side, what did I say? Employer from his side will also provide you some leaves. So leaves are given by the employer additionally. These are statutory holidays. These holidays every employee will get. But now the holiday, now the leave which I am telling you, that leave will be allowed by the employer. Leaves allowed by the employer. Okay. Now how much leave your employer should provide? For 300 days. See, industry to industry, employer to employer, different policies will be followed. Yes or no? So now you are into my industry, I am your employer. So I want to give you 45 days leave in a year. Some employer might give you 40 days, some employer might give you 30 days, some employer might give you 15. Depends on industry to industry and employer to employer. So your employer is giving you how many days leave? Meaning that 45 days leave in a year of your service you can take without any salary deduction. meaning your salary will not be deducted. You will get the salary of these 45 days. Even if you don't come for these 45 days, these are known as paid leaves. These are known as, some employer can give you 40 days. Some employer can give you 25 days. Depends on employer to employer. I'm giving you how much? Now see, if you take full 45 days, still you will be paid salary for these 45 days. Yes or no? But if you take more, then for the excess number of days leave you have taken, for those days the salary will be deducted. Yes or no? For those days you will not get any salary. Getting my point? What if you fully exploit this leave? Then nothing is to be done. But sometimes it might also happen that the employer was giving you 45 days leave. You took only, so can I say this is leave taken, availed. By whom? How many leaves? So 15 days leaves saved. This will be in the credit of the employee. We credited how many leaves? 45. Out of that, how much you debited? So 15 are still in your credit. This is the leave saved. Okay. So either you call it leave saved or you call it leave standing to your credit. Still 15 days leave is standing to your credit. Now see, different employer will have different policies for these 15 days. Some employer will say lapse. You're a fool. Were you? Fool. Because your employer had a policy that whatever leaves I'm crediting, you have to fully debit. You have to fully take those leaves. Any leave remains at the end of the year in your leave account. Yes or no? Standing to your lapse. Next year again fresh 45 days. You were thinking that these 15 days will be, no. You will not get any benefit for these 15 days. So 15 days will lapse. So in that case, if these 15 days are supposed to lapse, then nothing coming, nothing going. Hello, sir. No tax treatment. Tax treatment will come if your employer says that, see, on these 15 days, even if you would not have come, you came on these 15 days. Did you take these 15 days leave? No. So you were actually present and working on those 15 days. Yes or no? Even if you would not have come for these 15 days, you would have to pay salary for these 15 days. Hello? Take that extra salary from me. Take 15 days which you have saved. Take the extra salary of these 15 days from me. Because even if you would not have come for these 15 days, we were supposed to pay the salary for these 15 days to you. Yes or no? So whatever leaves which you have saved, hello, leave standing to your credit, are getting encashed. Are getting encashed. 15 days leave to your credit, for that extra salary is given. That is known as leave encashment. Because the employer says that even if you would not have come for these 15 days, you would have to give these 15 days salary to you. But you came and you earned the salary, so take the 15 days salary extra from me. That 15 days is for the leave which you have. Encashment is happening. Hello? When it is happening? When you are leaving the employment? Right now only. While you are in service, when the year ends, every year your employer will calculate how many leaves we allowed. 45. How many leaves you taken? 30. How many leaves you saved? Take the 15 days salary extra from us. Leave encashment. Next year what will happen? Again 45 days. leave credit will be given as a credit. Out of that 45, next year you are taking 40 days leave. 5 days saved, extra salary for those 5 days. Again leave encashment next year. For how many days? 5 days. So out of 45, you took 40, 5 days saved. So for those 5 days, again the encashment will happen in the next year. Next to next year, again 45 days. Out of that, you took 25 days. You took how many days saved? Those 20 days extra salary will be given as leave encashment for third year. Every year leave encashment is happening. Happening while you are in service. Fully taxable. Leave encashment is also salary, if you remember. Definition of salary. Number 1, wages. Number 2, annuity pension. We have already completed. Number 3, gratuity. That also we have already completed. Number 4, fee, commission, perquisite, profit in lieu of salary. Fee, commission we have completed. Perquisite we'll see. Profit in lieu of salary we'll see. 5th point, advance salary. Already done. 6th point, leave encashment. Leave encashment is also your salary. And if this is your salary, what are you going to do? Fully taxable if this is happening while you are in service. Some employer encash the leaves while the employees are in service. That encashment is nothing but salary will be taxable for all types of employees, whether you are a government employee or a non-government employee. Yes or no? But some employer has a different policy. How many leaves you saved? Want the salary of these 15 days together? I'll give you a better option. Listen to me carefully. The 15 days you have saved in this year, next year also you will save some. Next to next year, keep on saving. And don't encash these. When you will retire, when you will be separating or death, whatever happens earlier. Hello? Retirement, separation or death. Whichever happens, at that time employer will calculate the total leaves standing to your credit. Total leaves standing to your credit. Every year, whatever leaves saved, every year, whatever leaves saved will be totaled. And for these total leaves, encashment will happen at once, at the time of your retirement, at the salary prevailing at that time. Right now your salary is 20,000. You will get encashment based on 20,000. Less amount. Just imagine after 20 years, your monthly salary will be 2 lakhs. Encashment of this 15 days at 2 lakhs will be a higher amount. And just imagine 15 days, 5 days, 10 days, 8 days, 9 days, 16 days. Some leaves you will accumulate. It will keep on accumulating. By the time you will retire, after 10 years, 12 years, 20 years, whenever you will retire, by that time, don't you think the accumulation will be too much? And for this accumulation, at once, if the encashment is given, the amount will be a small amount or it will be a big amount. Right now, if this small amount you will take, now you will spend this amount. Hello? So take the encashment at once. When you retire, when you separate, or when you die, whichever happens earlier, at that time we'll do the encashment. And that encashment will happen at the prevailing salary at that time. The amount of encashment will be huge. Just imagine you have worked for 20 years in any organization. Every year on an average, what did I say? Every year on an average you are saving 50 days. 20 into, tell me, 300 days. 300 convert into months. Divide by 30. How many months? 10 months. And at that time, the prevailing salary was 2 lakhs. Just imagine 20 lakh rupees get at that time as leave in cash. Small amount or a big amount? It is always better to take that. Because see, if you will start taking 15 days, At current level of salary, the encashment will also be less amount, and you will not be able to save this amount. It will be spent. 15 days extra salary you will get, no, you will spend right now. You will buy a mobile phone. 15 days extra salary you will get right now. You will go for a vacation. You will spend this amount. So if you are ready, then we will encash in the future. When? Retirement, separation, death. Whatever happens earlier, that time this will become due. That time, whatever leaves are to your credit. Salary for that, meaning encashment for that, will become due at the time of retirement or death, whichever happens earlier. Understood? So now leave encashment can be done at the time of retirement also, at the time of separation also. Yes or no? That leave encashment is exempt fully only for government employee. Only for 1010 AA. Which section? So can I say leave encashment is your salary? Hello employee, leave encashment is your salary. Now this salary which you are getting, if this is given while you are in, then even if you are a government employee, you are a fully taxable. But if it is becoming due on retirement or death, whichever is retirement, separation or death, whichever happens, so the leave encashment which becomes due, on retirement or separation or death, whichever happens earlier, that leave encashment for government employee will be 1010 AA, 1010 gratuity. Death come retirement gratuity. Don't say gratuity, because gratuity is taxable also. Say death come retirement gratuity. Exempt under which section? 1010. Pension? No, don't say pension, because uncommuted is taxable. Say commuted pension. Say, have the habit of saying gratuity exempt under 1010. No, gratuity is taxable also. Then which gratuity is exempt? Death come retirement gratuity. That is exempt under 1010. Pension is exempt. Some pension is taxable also. So have the habit of saying commuted pension. Commuted, exempt under which section? 1010A. And leave encashment on retirement. Leave encashment on retirement, separation or death. Whatever happens earlier, that will be fully exempt. If the employee is a, how much leave encashment you are getting? 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakh, 20 lakh, 25 lakhs, 30 lakh, whatever leave encashment you are getting will be fully under section. If you are a, but what if you are a non-government employee? Will your leave encashment on retirement, will that leave encashment be exempt? Yes, under section 1010 AA only. But full exemption will not be available. A, D. One more limit. Now 3 limits are not there. How many limits? 4. Out of these 4 limits, whichever is lower, to that extent your leave encashment will be exempt. Hello? Are you a non-government employee? Receiving leave encashment. Exempt or not exempt? Taxable if while in service. But while on retirement? What are you going to do? Exempt. A, B, C, D. A, B. We are going to do this part tomorrow. Okay? Bye-bye. That's all for today. Because this part, explanation will take another half an hour. 45 minutes. You want to sit? So this part we'll do tomorrow. Okay? Bye. Say bye.